welcome back to Pillar Sports. And today we are talking about a game that Manchester United can build their confidence, can continue steamrolling people. We can absolutely have 3 out of 3 really good games, in my opinion, looking at this game today. So today we are going to be doing a preview. Crystal Palace versus Manchester United at Selhurst Park. Of course, this Crystal Palace under the new manager demolished Manchester United last season, and that demolition was truly and utterly a good word to describe what they did to us last season at Selhurst Park. Selhurst Park is a very tight stadium, so you are absolutely on top. You are feeling on top of every Crystal Palace fan that is in that stadium, and I'm telling you, that stadium is going to be packed out. So Manchester United went to Selhurst Park last season and got defeated 4-0. And that was one of the worst defeats that I could absolutely watch in recent years. It's one of the worst defeats that Erik ten Hag has faced as Manchester United manager. It was truly devastating. I was scared for his job at that particular time, no doubt about it. However, though, this is not the same team. This is not the same team, not because they don't have the same players. They just have not started the season the way they ended the season last season. Crystal Palace, of course, had the new manager bounce with him coming into the team, but of course have lost one of their greatest creator in Michael Olise. Michael Olise goes to Bayern Munich this summer for 60 million, and they have not replaced him with anybody of that ilk. However, though, they got a really good defender in Lacroix from Wolfsburg, someone that was touted to go to Barcelona at one point, touted and basically looked at from Manchester United point of view. So they do have a really talented defense and a really strong one at that. Crystal Palace are going to be playing a 3-back in order for them to be able to swarm the midfield, and this is where Manchester United are going to have a lot of problems. Of course, they still have Eberechi Eze, who is an insane player, very skillful, has the ability to beat you from whichever position, from set pieces, from dead balls, to transition, to skillful finding true passes. Eberechi Eze is honestly a very good player, in my opinion. He's a player that Manchester United has been rumored to even look at a certain period in time. However, this is not me going into Crystal Palace. This is not me saying that it's going to repeat itself. History, I mean. No, I think Manchester United are actually going to win this game, but I'm going to leave my prediction for later in the video. But I'm going to be talking right now about the Manchester United starting 11. Of course, against the game in Barnsley, Erik ten Hag rotated heavy rotation, first taking Andre Onana out, taking Matthias de Ligt, taking Martinez, taking Mazraoui, basically 3 out of the 4 back fours out of the game, taking Mainoo out, bringing on Ugarte, taking Bruno out, taking Ahmad, taking Xerxes. It was literally 70% of the starting 11 that won against Southampton did not start against Barnsley, and I'm very grateful for that, because it gives them an opportunity to actually rest. And definitely Kobbie Mainoo, he needed the rest most of all. He needed the rest because he has just looked knackered coming into this season. It has been a tough one for him. He looks tired. He came from the Euros. He came from the Premier League, and went to the Euros, and then came right back after 2 weeks or 3 weeks of rest, and boom, he's back into the Premier League. So these are a lot of games going on for Kobbie Mainoo, and of course the kid is still 18 to 19 years of age. He should not be starting every game. He should not be who we rely to basically boss our midfield, even though he's good enough to do it. However, we need to give him a break sometimes. So with the starting 11, with players being rested over the week and the full week, we are going to be looking, in my opinion, this is my predicted starting 11. This is what I believe Erik ten Hag is going to do, and in this case it's going to be Andre Onana back in goal, Mazarawi back on the right hand side of the defense, Matthijs de Ligt, Martinez and Diego Dalot. I believe these are absolutely players that we need the consistency from them. We need this back four to be as consistent as possible, because the truth about it is, if we have a consistent defender or defense, then the likes of Euro are not needed to be rushed back. Then the likes of Luke Shaw can take their time coming back and make sure they actually get it right, so we do not have them going back on the injury reserve again after sooner than later. The beautiful thing of having these options is because we can absolutely have them chill and get right. So that is going to be my back four. And in the midfield, this is where it has to go very well, because Crystal Palace are going to be looking to dominate the midfield with overloading with their fullbacks. But with the midfield we have, I believe, and the introduction of Ugarte, I believe Manchester United have all it takes to dominate, even with the overload of that midfield. And therefore, I'm going to go with Kobbie Mainoo, Manuel Ugarte, and Bruno to be the midfield trio for us in Manchester United against Crystal Palace. And in the attacking sense, this is where situations are a little bit tougher, because do you put Amad Diallo, that has technically been our best winger, and I know he does not have the goals that Garnacho or Marcus Rashford has, but based on statistics, based on chances created, based on shots, based on just being able to retain the football, Amad Diallo has been our best winger so far in the league, and therefore, and it's actually showed, because fans voted him, fans and players voted him for Player of the Month last month. So absolutely, Amad goes in for me. I think Amad has to start this game. His technical abilities, his ability to draw players in, his ability to create chances, his ability to be the creative winger when we have a striker, when we have other players thinking of score first, is absolutely important in this game. I think him just being here is a threat to Crystal Palace defense. So Amad definitely goes in for me. And on the right hand side, this is where people might not agree with me, but I am going to stick with Marcus Rashford. Marcus Rashford has showed in the past that the moment he gets a good scoring form, he is absolutely unplayable. He is absolutely unstoppable. He can absolutely give us a 10-goal straight in this patch. In this patch that he has created, in this goal scoring form that he has started. Marcus Rashford scored against Southampton. Marcus Rashford then but he started against Barnsley and gave a virtuoso performance with 2 goals and assist. That led to Garnacho's 2 goals, and that is a really good position, because Nana can talk about Garnacho, because the question is, like, how are we going to be able to put Garnacho in this team? And I don't think that we need to force him in this team, because the beauty of what we know is these are 3 wingers that are absolutely on fire right now. Amad is playing the best football he has played for Manchester United in a long time. Marcus Rashford looks like he's getting back on form. His confidence is growing. And Garnacho just stays on form. He is just a menace when it comes on the pitch. And that is why I believe Garnacho should start from the bench for Manchester United against Crystal Palace. I think he is a super sub. He is a sub that is absolutely terrifying to defenders when they are tired. You look at Garnacho coming on, because he's going to take you to the bar line. He's going to absolutely run you ragged. He's going to pull your pants down, pause, and absolutely go ham, pause, because Garnacho is truly an insane individual when it comes to this is what I want to do, this is the goal I want to score, and he is so hungry about that. And I believe because of his maturity levels, I think it is time for Manchester United to bring him from the bench, give him an opportunity to become the star man from the bench, and then gradually graduate him into becoming a starter for Manchester United. And then the last player coming in for my starting 11 is going to be Joshua Zirkzee. So I just believe Joshua Zirkzee makes Manchester United play better. He just makes us tick. Our offense, our attack is a little bit more fluid. Him being able to start the play, him being able to drop back and start in terms of linking up with Bruno, linking up with Rashford, him being able to drop back to vacate space for Marcus Rashford, the likes of Marcus Rashford and Garnacho to take up that space behind him. These are some things that are invaluable when it comes to Joshua Zirkzee. He has all it takes to be the starting number 9 for Manchester United, and this is the beauty of us having depth. Højlund might be back in this team. Højlund might be back from injury, but there's no way at this moment in time that I will be taking Joshua Zirkzee out for Højlund, just because Joshua Zirkzee has been fit. He has done well, and Rasmus Højlund has been the opposite. Rasmus Højlund has been injured since pre-season, so has not played a lick of game this season. So he has to just fight for his place back. Yes, he is the starting number 9 based on the Bucks, but with the way Joshua Zirkzee is playing, the abilities that he gives us is truly amazing. So we need to absolutely allow Joshua Zirkzee continue this strength of form. And then the beautiful thing, so that is my starting 11. My starting 11, like I said, it is absolutely going to be Andre Onana, Mazraoui, De Ligt, Martinez, Dalot, Mainoo, Ugarte, Bruno, Ahmad, Rashford, and Joshua Zirkzee. This is going to be my starting 11 for this game against Crystal Palace. And before we go into the prediction, I'm going to be giving you guys a little bit of an update on injuries. So we had Erik ten Hag talk about his press conference today, and in Erik ten Hag's press conference he spoke on Rashford. He says, very good, of course, your striker starting to score when the season is very young. Strikers need that belief. Very good for the team. It will strengthen their belief. The truth about it is, this is something that is key for us to keep on looking at, keep an eye on. Erik ten Hag keeps on calling Marcus Rashford his striker. He doesn't call him a winger. He doesn't call him no, he just keeps on calling him a striker. This is a key thing that I think we need to adjust our brains to, because Erik ten Hag looks at Marcus Rashford as a striker, and in that sense, Marcus Rashford, I do not think, would have the defensive duties like Garnacho would have. He also understands that if Marcus Rashford can start scoring, he would absolutely be the reason Manchester United fight for every title. Because Marcus Rashford has shown us that he's able to get 30 goals a season. However, Garnacho and Ahmad hasn't. Anthony, not. So Marcus Rashford is the only one constant that I think that Erik ten Hag is like, yes, I know he can. He has done it for me. So let us push Marcus Rashford. That's why we keep on seeing him in the team, regardless of his poor form, regardless of his poor play. Marcus Rashford is a constant for Manchester United, and I think and I believe he's absolutely going to give us a top class season this season. And then he goes on to say, Erik ten Hag was asked about Højlund and Mount, and he says it is very good news. They are back in the pitch. They are back in team training. And then he goes on to continue saying, we have to decide whether they are fit to start on Saturday, but it is very pleasing that they are fit to be back in the squad. I don't think we should bring them back on Saturday, especially to start, because I do not think it is going to be advisable, especially with Mason Mount, that is kind of made of glass. This is not a situation where we need to force him. We have options. We have been playing well so far on the team, so I think we need to just ease those boys back into it. But Erik ten Hag also said this. He says, it is clear it was 4-0. That was, he was talking about last season, Crystal Palace. It was totally deserved, but Saturday will be different. I love the confidence from Erik ten Hag in this position. Let me know what you think about this game. My prediction for this game is going to be, and I'm here being bold, my prediction is going to be 2-0 for Manchester United. I think Manchester United are going to be building on their confidence and winning this game quite comfortably with 2-0. Crystal Palace has started the season not in the greatest form by losing 2 and drawing 2. So I think Manchester United can capitalize on them not having the greatest form to absolutely dominate, to absolutely increase, to absolutely get everything that they need to get in this thing, that is 3 points. Let me know what you think about this down in the comments. Make sure you guys drop your predictions down too in the comments, and I will be replying to every single comment that I see down there. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button too, and hit that notification so you do not miss any time that we post here on Pillar Sports. It's been real. I'm your boy Manny. I will see you later. Peace.